Welcome back, everybody. It's Untap Your Go, and today we are playing Mono Green Stompy in Standard. Before we hop into this video, I just want to say thank you guys for the support and the likes and the subscribes. We hit 200 subscribers this morning, and I'm super thankful, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We were just at 150 not even 10 days ago, so 50 subscribers in 10 days, that's crazy. It just blew up, and I feel so blessed. Thank you guys so much for the support. And with that, let's hop into this deck tech. So we are playing Mono Green Stompy in Standard, and basically we're just trying to slam a bunch of big dumb creatures that our opponent has to deal with. Eventually they're going to run out of resources, and hopefully we can just take over the game or just put on enough pressure very fast and just beat them outright before they have any chance to do anything about it. So covering some of the big dumb threats that we have in the deck, we have vorinclex. This card is great in Standard right now. I don't know if you've heard. This is a 6 mana 6/6 with trample and haste. If you were to put a counter on a permanent or player, you put twice that many. And if your opponent would do the same, it halves it. So just imagine how crazy this is. It shuts off lure sagas. So like any saga doesn't work because the lure counters can't be placed. 1/1 counters can't be placed unless they're in multiples, and then even still it's halved. And then your opponent's planeswalkers are pretty terrible. So like vorinclex just kind of shuts off the entire format. And if you can get to it, you're in a really good shape no matter what situation you're in, unless you're pretty much already dead. And then getting into some of the other top end, we have 3 copies of Questing Beast. This is our other big threat. A lot of people aren't playing this right now, I see, but like Vigilance, Death Touch, Haste can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Whenever it deals damage to a player, it deals that much damage to a planeswalker they control, and damage can't be prevented. Crazy. Like this card is insane. I say this every time I play Questing Beast and I come back to it. I'm realizing nobody else is playing it, and it's like, play this, guys, play this. Super good. But we also have a lot. We're not like super. We're not super ramp heavy. We don't have cultivates. We're not playing Gilded Goose, but we are playing Jaspera Sentinel. And this is kind of like a little slow because you have to tap this and another creature. I get that. But this having reach and 1 power is super relevant. Blocks a lot of creatures in the air right now, like Dimir Rogues. It just kind of shuts off a lot of their early aggression they can't get through. And then we're also playing 3 copies of Tangled Florahedron to be able to mana accelerate a little bit. And this actually has been putting in the work. Like, it's very unsuspecting. Nobody really, I mean, most people kill it if they can, but it's like, it's very unsuspecting to go from that into a turn 4 Questing Beast or Garruk or something. But we're also just playing a lot of really good value creatures. We're playing all 4 copies of Lovestruck Beast so we can get the 1/1 and the 5/5. We're playing 2 copies of Gazandu Mammoth because this creature just puts in the work too. Like getting the landfall, this becoming a 5/5. It's basically just another Lovestruck Beast that doesn't need the 1/1. It also, we have 4 copies of Yorvo because, or 3 copies of Yorvo because the entire deck is green. So except the Stonecoil Serpent, but this is going to trigger off of every creature coming into play. And with vorinclex, this guy's going to get insanely big. We're also playing the 2 copies of Garruk, like I said. I wish we had access to Vivian Arcbow Ranger in Standard. That would be perfect for this deck. But Garruk's ultimate is still pretty insane, especially when you play vorinclex. If you have vorinclex in play and you play this, you can ultimate it right away, and then just have search for creatures every single turn for the rest of the game. Your opponent's going to have a very hard time picking up steam after that. We also have some engines in the deck, so we're trying to compete with the engines in Standard. We have our own few copies of the Great Henge. I could have maxed out on this, but we're just playing 2 copies because we're also playing 2 copies of Garruk's Uprising. This does not do the same exact thing, but it's very close because it's going to draw us a card the turn it comes in, assuming we have a creature with power 4 or greater, which we usually will. And then most of our creatures in the mid to late game have power 4 or greater, so this is going to draw some cards and help find more resources as well. We're also playing like a pretty decent amount of things that get counters placed on them. So we have 2 copies of Swarm Shambler. This is a 1 mana 0/0 that gets counters when it comes in. You could put counters on it for 1 mana, and then it kind of protects our creatures because when they get targeted by a spell our opponent's control, we get a 1/1 snake, or insect, I'm sorry. We get a 1/1 insect. So like it just replaces itself as well as making it so everything else gets replaced. We have 2 copies of Stonecoil Serpent. You can maximize on this one if you want, because it's super good with vorinclex, like just playing like a 4, like put 4 mana into it or something and just have a casual 8/8, but like you don't have to. We're also playing 2 copies of Inscription of Abundance because this puts counters on our creatures. It can have creatures fight, and it gains us life, and all of these modes are very functional and versatile, so, and it's also just cheap. Like it's very efficient. You can pay 2 mana for 1 mode or 5 for all 3, and that's really good. 2 copies of Masked Vandal to deal with our opponents, Great Henges, Showdowns, Embercleaves, the list goes on and on. 2 copies of Scavenging Ooze to be able to exile our opponent's graveyard, goodbye Croxa, other escape stuff. But it's, it hits a lot more things than you would think. To finish off the deck, we just have 1 copy of Turn Timber Symbiosis. I didn't want to play a lot of these because we're not ramping as hard as you would think. Like getting the 6 mana is easy to do in this deck, but we're not playing Cultivate, we're not playing Gilded Goose, and like our acceleration isn't like the most explosive, but like our creatures kind of pick up for that value. We also have 20 copies of Forests, and we have 2 copies of Castle Garenbrig. If you have all 4 copies, definitely play them. I only have 2, so that's why there's only 2 here. But if you have them, definitely slam them in here. In the sideboard, we have 2 copies of Chainweb Arachneer against Mill, 4 copies of Snakeskin Veil. This is basically Veil of Summer, just not banned. Puts counters on your creatures too, which coincidentally synergizes with vorinclex pretty well. We have 4 copies of Destiny Spinner against Control, so our creatures can't be countered. We have 1 copy of Heroic Intervention. This just, protects our stuff from board wipes. 2 more copies of Masked Vandal if we know we're going to go against those artifact and enchantment heavy matchups. And 2 more copies of Garruk's Uprising to be able to maximize on our draw engines if we know we're going to go against long matchups that are very value based. So that was the deck tech. We're going to take this into the arena and see how it does. And I just want to say again, thank you guys all for the 200 subscribers, and I look forward to more and interacting with you guys and making more decks for you guys. So stay tuned. I'll also be announcing the winner of the giveaway later this afternoon, so please stay tuned for that, and let's dive right in. All right, going into game 1 against Poozman, and he's on the play, but our opening hand is okay, so we'll keep this. We can actually lead off with a Sentinel, and we can play the Heart's Desire next turn, and then also ramp into a Scavenging Ooze. That actually is a pretty good curve. That was a good draw for us. Assuming our opponent doesn't kill it, never mind. Opponent respects the Sentinel a little too much. Yeah, let's just play the Scoos. We'll start eating away at our graveyard, I guess. Another Eliminate? Wow. Wow. Okay, let's play Mammoth. We're just going to keep pushing through our threats. Removal, threat, removal, or threat, removal, threat, removal. Okay, they have a Crawling Barrens. That's noted. Heartless Act. Okay, well they're out of kill spells, I guess. Okay, I was about to say, leave my dudes alone. Alright, so he can't block it. It's pretty cool, so we'll attack. Get down our Great Henge. Play our Storm Shambler and our Heart's Desire. Seems really good. I mean, our opponent has a Crawling Barrens. There it is, Blood in the Snow. And they spent a decent amount of snow mana. That's cool. It's a good interaction. Blood in the Snow is such a cool card. I really want to start building around this, actually. Okay, so we'll play out our Lovestruck Beast. Land, that's pretty terrible. Hopefully we can find something better with a Tangled Florahedron. Stonecool Serpent, well, we might as well hold on to that. I imagine our opponent might have another Blood in the Snow. Draugr. The non-token creature an opponent controls will die, exile with an ice counter, then you may cast spells with ice counters. That's pretty good. Huh. Neat. Okay. That's a cool interaction. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So he's a snow creature, zombie artifact. That's an artifact. Damn. Not an artifact. Well, I guess let's play our Masked Vandal anyway. It's exiling it, so that's actually not too bad. Drew into a land, which is not what we wanted. Actually cast this for 8. We got a 9/9. Castle Garenberg is cool, but that's not relevant anymore. Faceless Haven. Okay. It's a pretty interesting deck idea our opponent's got, though. Hagrid's Lantern. Target player loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent, discards a card. That's a easy choice for us. Okay, and their Lovestruck Beast. Our Lovestruck Beast. Yorvo is cool. I mean, yeah, we're just gonna get in with Stonecoil Serpent, I think. Yep. So we're gonna want to kill their Draugr and Necromancer first, regardless. Actually, killing it first makes it so. Okay, yeah, exile still. Okay, now we got a Yorvo. Gonna hold that. Definitely gonna hold that. Vorinclex is gonna come in as an 8/8, thanks to the Great Henge. We're gonna sacrifice the Tangled Florahedron. Actually, we're just gonna lose a 3 life. Yeah, we're gonna lose 3 life again. Monstrous Raider. Yorvo's gonna be. Yorvo's a 9/9. Good game. Vorinclex is an 8/8. Gigantic. Good game, opponent. Alright, so going into game 2 against Black Sabbath, and we're on the play, and this hand is pretty good. If we can find our land drops, our Castle Garenberg is going to allow us for a little bit early of a Vorinclex. I feel like maybe Gilded Goose probably is just the better pick, right? Between that versus a Despair Sentinel. I'm not sure. Let me know down in the comments what you guys are using in your mono green lists. Ah, speaking of the devil. Yeah, so I guess we play this. Let's go ahead and get in for the 1. Next turn we have 4 mana. Might as well just go Questing Beast, I think, here. Right, and our opponent had no response for the Questing Beast. Tormod's Crypt. Gotta beat me the hard way. This deck is terrible, guys. Don't play this. I made the video as a joke. I think a lot of the YouTubers made the video as a joke. It's something you can do, but it's not good. Oh, God. I don't think Wizards is even going to ban it. I think they're just going to let people just suffer with this. I'll hit them with a good game. Yeah, that kind of sucks, bud. Doesn't it? Doesn't that kind of suck, bud? Because now I'm just going to slam a Vorinclex on your ass. Hit you for 10. You got a turn. Can you do it again? I'll actually be really impressed if you have another Trickery and another 0 cost spell. Because that's like you can't beat it then. You can't beat it. You get 2 chances in one game, your odds are pretty good, so. God bless you, pup. I know, this guy's playing some nonsense. He's gonna rope me. Ain't that something? Black Sabbath asked me to turn. Now I'm gonna go to my combat step. Tap him down to -7. what a good game. This is interesting hand. I mean, it's kind of slow. I think we're going to mulligan this. And this is a lot better. Okay, so I guess we'll bottom the... Shit, what do we actually bottom here? I guess we bottom the Mammoth. Opponent leading off with the Mountain, so I guess this is mono red. We're going to play Despair Sentinel, and then next turn we can lead off with the Heart's Desire and hopefully try to ramp up into a vorinclex pretty soon. Garruk's Uprising is going to help draw us some cards. 7 dwarves. Okay, we're up against 7 dwarves. It's interesting. Alright, so I guess we'll play one of the Heart's Desires, and then... Do they play any artifacts or enchantments? They might have equipment. I guess we can hold up the Masked Vandal. And our creatures aren't big enough to fight it, so I guess we'll just go double Heart's Desire then. We'll just pass it up. And the next turn we'll have the Lovestruck Beast. Alright, opponent's getting pretty serious. They got 2 of their 7 dwarves. Vorinclex in hand. Okay, that's cool. We definitely need to try to draw some cards here. This is awkward. Okay, we missed our land drop, so we're going to play the Lovestruck Beast so we have a blocker. And next turn we can Garruk's Uprising, hopefully find another land. Magda. Okay, that makes this deck pretty good, actually. And they're foretelling a card. We still missed our land drop, so we're going to have to go with the Garruk's Uprising. That's really awkward. What the heck? Tormentor's Helm. That's pretty cool. Whenever it becomes blocked, it deals 1 damage to the defending player. I mean... Yeah, I guess I'm gonna block this. It's actually kind of neat. It's pretty cool equipment. Alright, so we finally found a land. So I could actually go for Yorvo. Yorvo will get bigger off the Lovestruck Beast and everything after that. I can also Inscription and try to get rid of this Magda. Yeah, I don't really like that Magda being in play. This is very awkward. Yeah, we'll go with the Yorvo, draw a card. We found our 4th land. That's really good for us. And I don't think our opponent is going to attack with their Magda into the 4/4, but they have a way of tapping it. Oh, jeez. Gets a 1/1 for each dwarf, equipment, and or vehicle you control. That's actually disgusting. Yeah, okay. So we'll block 1. Throw a chump blocker in front of it. Our Masked Vandal definitely comes in handy then. And opponent decides to equip to another dwarf. So we're gonna Masked Vandal and get rid of this bearded axe thingy. Yes. 1, 2, 3. We still have 3 mana. Could play another Lovestruck Beast or I can Inscription. I think I might want to get rid of the Magda at this point. Yeah. So we're definitely gonna kill that, and then could get in for 3 or for 5 here. It's probably not worth it. 7 dwarves, everybody. This is crazy. Magda, Guild of the Soul Cart, Sacrifice 2 treasures. Oh god, this is really good. Alright, so we're gonna slam down our vorinclex. And yeah, I think we just get in with Yorvo and vorinclex here. Wow, they take all of it. Oh crap, did they play Embercleave? We might just be dead to Embercleave. Crew 2 for this, and then it's a 5-1. So they have 2, 5, 10. Yeah, with Embercleave. Oh no, I guess, okay, they didn't have it, so they scoop. Good game. Welcome back to the wrap up, everybody. If you made it this far, that means you've watched the full video, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Today we went 3-0, completely undefeated with mono green Stompy. This deck is a terror in the format. I feel like Despair Sentinel probably would have been better if we went up against the appropriate matchups. Llanowar Elves, I wish we had access to. Gilded Goose probably would have been better in this slot, but yeah, I don't know. Just this having reach is really nice in the format. And again, you can max out on the Stone Cold Serpents if you want. It's a good interaction with vorinclex. But other than that, the mono green list just kind of does what it does. You play big dumb threats your opponent has to try to kill, and eventually they run out of resources or they can't keep up, and you go way over the top. So and having our Great Henge and our Garruk's Uprising in the deck really helped to keep up with a lot of matchups. And I imagine that it's especially true against the Adventure list, you know, with their Edgewall Innkeepers and their showdowns and everything. Just having a way to keep up with their pace of card advantage and everything is really important right now. So anyway, with that being said, link down below to the description if you want to check out this list and import it and try it out yourselves. And leave a like on today's video if you enjoy it. Subscribe and the bell, all that good stuff. I'm Rob, aka Untype Your Go. It's been real, everybody, and I'll see you all in the next video.